Hello everyone. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Before we get started with discussing the contents of the video, I wanted to introduce my nonprofit, the Accelerated Training Program. Our vision is twofold. First, we want to expose all marginalized groups to cybersecurity education, as well as removing the systemic exclusion of cybersecurity education to marginalized groups. Our website is www.t-atp.org. And if you would like to partner or want to learn more, please visit our contact page where you can fill out your name, your email, and a message, and we will get back to you. And again, thank you so much for viewing the contents of this video. Please check out the nonprofit when you have a moment, and let's get to the video. So the machine we're working on is 3, and as you see, 3 of the tasks were completed. I didn't like the last video, so let's go over the tags quickly. Web, Cloud, Custom Apps, AWS, Penetration Tester Level 1, Reconnaissance, Web Structure, Website Structure Discovery, Bucket Enumeration, Arbitrary File Upload, and Anonymous Guest Access. Okay, so I have my IP address, and we're going to go quickly. Okay, you might hear my son, and he is looking for his sister, my furry son. Okay. So, how many ports are open? There are 2 ports open, 22 and 80. Okay, so that's 2. And then if we go to here, so if we go to the IP address, and it's saying what is our domain? Our domain is the toppers.htb. So that is this answer here, the toppers.htb. Okay, in the absence of a DNS server, which Linux file can we use to resolve host to IP addresses to access websites that point to those host names? And that's Etsy host. So if we go sudo, and I'm doing this because I want to be root. I added it before I clicked record. So here, 10.129.227.248, 10.129.227.248, the toppers.htb. So what's going to happen now is if I go the toppers.htb, it's the exact same site as if I put in the IP address. So essentially what's happening is in the background, this host name is resolving to this IP address, 10.129.227.248. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use wfuzz, and I was playing with this. So first, let me remove that. So what I'm saying is wfuzz, we have our URL, which is the toppers.htb, and I'm picking a word list. We're doing a new section, sec list discovery DNS, even though we don't have a DNS server. With subdomains, it is usually under DNS, and then we're picking the top 1 million, the 5,000 top subdomains. And then this is where we actually do the fuzzing, and this fuzz is going to be substituted with the values in this file. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to brute force to see, for instance, if we had ABC 1, 2, 3, it would be 2 lists to see Okay, is abc.thetoppers.htb, is that a valid subdomain? Is 123.thetoppers.htb, is that a valid subdomain? So let's press enter, and we're seeing a lot of 234s for the lines. 234, 1036 for the words. And here are the values that are being substituted in. So we see like web, fish. So it's going to go through the top 5,000. Okay, we're going to wait till it's done. And as you can see, it's returning 200. So it's saying, hey, all of these subdomains exist. But that's a bit of, it's pretty much tricking you. So instead of returning an error message, it's going to say, hey, yeah, this page exists, but it's a blank page. So we're going to wait until this is done. Okay, and then we're going to analyze all of them. There were a few that didn't have the 234. Let's see. So if we go, yeah. So we see here this has a 0 length and it returns a 404 and it has a word of 2. So let's just say we want to remove the 234s because we know that's just noise. That's not returning anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to say hide lines that have 234. And as you see, okay, our S3 came up, and you notice that the 234s are not being displayed because we're saying, excuse me, we're saying here to hide them. So we see a S3 and we see a gc.ms docs. That's I'm assuming what that is for. Okay, and I think I know which one it is. We'll wait. Okay. This should be almost done. Okay, it is. Okay. So we have these two. So I'm thinking it's S3. So S3 dot the toppers dot HTB. And that was correct. Okay. What service is running on the Discover subdomain? So I want to. So if we go to HTTP. Oh, okay. So we actually got to go back to the Etsy host and we have to add our new host name. We got to add S3 the toppers.htb. I did it as a separate line. I don't know if you could use commas. Just to be safe, I'm gonna do it as a new line. So we have the toppers, and then we have S3 the toppers.htb. So we're gonna save that. Now, if I say okay, we gotta wait a little bit. Okay, let's see. That's really weird. Okay. We see that here. Okay. Okay, so what is it? What service is running? I'm going to say Amazon S3. Okay? Yeah. So S3 is Amazon. So that's Amazon S3. Okay, what command line utility can be used to interact with the service running on the Discover subdomain? And that's AWS CLI. Okay. What command is used to set up the AWS CLI installation? I'm going to say Linux. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I think. Okay. Oh, the first is AWS. Set up. Oh, okay. AWS configure. AWS configure. Okay. What is the command used by the above utility to list all of the S3 buckets? So I'm going to say AWS LS S3. Oh, AWS S3 LS. Okay. Yeah, I had it flipped. The server is configured to run files written in which scripting language? PHP. Okay. And submit the root flag. Okay, so let me see if we have AWS here. Okay, so I'm downloading it. Okay. 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 Hold on. Okay. So. Okay. Let's see. Because we know the subdomain. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So let's try this. So we're gonna say AWS endpoint URL s3.thetoppers.htb. And we're gonna say s3ls. Okay, looks like I need to configure. So it looks like. Okay, where? Okay, where would my keys be? Okay, I'm looking for. Okay, these are like man pages, but okay. I'm gonna do the region to U.S. East 1. Let's see, U.S. East 1. And, okay, so how. So essentially, what's happening is I can't list the S3 buckets because I don't have the permissions to actually view it. So I'm trying to do it from the command line. I'm trying to see if anything. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we had that. Okay, so we're here. We have the status running. Let's see. Do I need to create one? Let's see something. because we know we have an endpoint. Okay. So let's do AWS configure and I'm gonna enter dummy values because I'm hoping, because since I don't know what the access key is, I'm hoping um, it won't uh, it won't actually do the authentication. So I'm gonna close these things. Okay. Okay. So now we know we have the endpoint. So let's say endpoint. Okay. Okay, because we're trying to access the S3. So let's list. That's not what I was looking for. Is it get endpoint? Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay. So we figured it out. Okay. So AWS, we had the endpoint and we knew it was S3, the toppers. So we listed the S3, the LS, and then the bucket, which is the toppers.htb. So we see a HT access and an index.php. Okay, so let's look up HT access because this. Okay, so this HT access provides a way to make configuration changes on a per directory basis. You should avoid using HT access files completely if you have access to the main server config file. Using this file slows down your Apache HTTP server, so it looks like we're in a web directory. So this, I'm sorry, not that. This is a web directory, and we know we're using PHP. So what can we do? Well, going back to our handy dandy here, they kind of gave us a hint. So arbitrary file upload. So okay, we don't need this anymore. I was just doing that as an example. So if you we can for PHP arbitrary file upload. So what can we do with the arbitrary file upload? We can do remote code execution or RCE. Okay. So a sample of this is no. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking for a simple one. Okay, so this is okay. These are kind of let's see PHP execution. Okay. Okay, so let's just say we do? Okay. We're going to copy this and we're going to upload it to our bucket. So let me go here. Okay. Oh, that was working on something else. Don't save. Okay. Hold on. Copy. Open. Okay. And so essentially what this is doing, this is PHP. We're creating a Git, a parameter on Git, and it's gonna call and it's called code, and whatever we type in code is gonna evaluate, right? Okay, so that's what this is doing. So I'm gonna save this as test.php. Okay, and as you see, it turned into code. Now, if I go, and I'd say S3, upload file S3 bucket. Okay. Okay, no, not that. So we want to do command line. Okay, so we're going to upload. Okay, so let's see if we get. Okay, AWS copy. Test.php, so S3, the toppers.html. No. Okay, hold on. S3. Okay. See if this is still up. Nope, that's still up. Okay. So, HCB. Okay, so it's there. Okay, so I messed up. Okay, so because I had to specify the endpoint, um, S3, what we wanted to do, copy the test.php and the bucket. Okay, so I messed up. So we see it's uploaded. So if I go to HTTP test.php, okay, it should exist. Hmm. It says it's uploaded. Okay, that's kind of weird. So now I want to say ls. Okay, so test, it's right there. So that's kind of weird. So I see it. That's kind of weird. Hmm. This is like super weird. Okay. So I'm looking. It's literally right here. Okay. Okay, let's try going to HTTP, the toppers, the test.php. Okay, and let's just say code equals PHP info. PHP info. Okay, I had to add the semicolon. I was about to say, oh Lord, something's wrong. Okay, so as you can see, our script worked because it executed the PHP info and it's showing us the back end. So it's showing us, for instance, Apache 2.4.29, the toppers HTTP, where www data, which is the web server, is telling it tells us yes, this is a virtual host, and our virtual host is S3. Okay, this is the root, so it's pretty much telling us everything in the back end. Okay, so this is where our file is located. This is what we executed. So now let us go here, and I'm going to say NC NVLP 445, and what we're doing is we're setting up a netcat listener on port 4445. And again, you don't want to pick a common port such as 80 because it won't work. So port 4445 is not one that's not being used. You can use 3333, pretty much any obscure port. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say ifconfig, and I need to know my IP, which is this here, which is the 10, 10, 14, 16. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say pentest monkey, and I'm going to say PHP reverse shell. And let me see, reverse shell. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to open another, and I'm going to change our attacking IP to 10, 10, 14, 16, 10, 10, 14, 16. Okay. So 10, 10, 14, 16. And it's very important we get this correct because if this is wrong, we won't connect. And we need to change our port to 4445. And I'm going to save, and I'm going to say this is shell.php. Okay. So what we're going to do, this is going to execute. This is going to open a bash shell. And it's going to connect to our IP and on port 4445. So now what we're going to do, we're going to do shell, okay, and we can see shell is there because we see it right there. Okay, now if we go here and we say shell.php. I think this worked. Yeah, it didn't connect. Oh, okay, it's not, no. So, okay, let's go back to test.php. Okay, and let's just say, let me see. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't think that worked. Nope, it didn't. Okay. Okay. It's not executing. Let's see. PHP. Okay, that works. Okay. Let me blah blah blah. Okay, so I have this. Let me start HTTP Python HTTP server. I'm gonna start a HTTP server on my local machine. Okay. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, hold on. Da-da-da-da. Let's see. Okay, so mm. Okay, Python dash M simple HTTP server. Python M HTTP server. Okay, so it has started now. Oh. Okay, so this is saying it's localhost 8000. So if we go, you see here, it's listing all of our files here. And here we have shell.php. Here's the test PHP. So we have essentially created an HTTP server and it's listing all of our files that are listed here. Okay, and we could see it here, 404, it wasn't found. Okay, so now let's just say we go here and I say HTTP 10, 10, 14, 16, shell.php. Oh, it's not connected. Dang it. Okay, it is still not For some reason, did I mess up? Did I pick the wrong IP? Jesus, I've done that before. I've done our tunnel. Okay, let's try. Okay, I know why it didn't work. Okay, let me go here. So I created a new shell, but while creating the new shell, I realized why the old shell wasn't working. So let me. Can I remove new shell? How do you remove? Um. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay. Oh. Okay. I was trying to remove new shell. Doesn't matter. Okay. So if I go. I'm gonna go here. So here's my shell.php. I think it would be better if I do it this way. So shell.php, where are you? So here's the permissions, and we see I'm the Fluffy 007. So this is owner group other. You see it's read write, but no execute. So what I need to do is I need to change mode, execute shell.php. So now shell.php has execute. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy shell. Let's see if it's going to give me an error. Now I'm going to say ls. Okay. So now if I go, oh, I was doing something here. Okay, so now if I go, okay, don't need that. So if I go HTTP, the toppers, and shell.php, I wonder if it's the old one. Okay, so let me just use the new shell. Okay, now new shell. Okay, you see now that it's hanging. And the reason why it's hanging is because if I go here and I go here, our reverse shell was successful. We are now on the server because as you can see, we are the web server www.data. Okay, so now we're on the actual web server. So now we need to find the flag. So if I say home, so cd root. Okay. So here's our flag. So if I say cd cat var www flag.txt. Okay, so we have found our flag. Okay. And as you see, this is still hanging because we are still connected. So if I say Control C, It's still hanging. I'm going to close that. So, let me. This was pretty involved. So this did not work. So essentially, what I did, I used, and I didn't show it. Was it remote code? Okay, no. So it was PHP remote code execution. Oh no, reverse shell. Okay. So I use the tried and true pen test monkey. And so this is the actual shell. And you have to change your IP and your port. So I have it here. I changed my IP to 10.10.14.16. That was discovered here. So ton 0, 10, 10, 14, 16. And then our port was 4445. 4445. 4445. Okay. From there, I changed, I added the execute because we want this to execute as a shell. Otherwise, it's going to be a file and it's not going to do anything. So change that to change mode plus X and then the file name. So new shell. Then I uploaded it here. Um, and then I called it. Well, I deleted it, but I called it and the new topper. Also, it wouldn't have worked without our server. So this Python HTTP server allows us to create a local server on our machine. You need to make sure that you're in the correct folder that the file is in. So, for instance, let's just say the file was in documents and we were in desktop, the file wouldn't show up. So it's very important when you set up your local HTTP server that you're in the directory where your files are located. So from there, we were able to open the new shell and just call it directly. So I'm going to do it again. And I called it directly. And oh, the file it closed. So when we solved the machine, it automatically closed. But if we still had the IP address, it would connect. So that was pretty intensive, along with the S3s. So the AWS, that was a lot. As you can see, as we move with the tiers, it gets more and more challenging, but in a good way. So I hope you learned a lot in this lab, in this room. I did with AWS, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.